Hello everyone, this is Applejack from coh2.org, and I made a post complaining about Ettelbruck Station. So I'm making this video so you can sort of visualize what I'm talking about. I'll go in order of the points I made and just show them in this video so you can kind of visualize what I'm trying to say. So the first point is the left side is very vulnerable to flanking, and their forward points are very open towards the enemy. So first of all, let's look at their forward points, left forward points. So this one is the first forward point. Usually in any game, the right side can take this pretty easily, and it's pretty hard to defend for the left side. This one, very open towards the enemy, as you can see, very open. Plus these buildings, which I'll get into later, are problematic. This one, very open near the middle as well. Look at this running distance. And then let's look at the mirrored side. Okay, so this point I guess would mirror this, and the right side can defend this point fairly easily because this, there's a choke here and there's like a choke here. Whereas it's so big. This gap so big. So this point, fairly easy to defend. You put an MG right here, you can defend middle, and then you're always going to be taking this point as the right, just because it's so easy to take. So yeah, so anyway, favors the right side in terms of forward point placements. My next point is the right side has 2 points of entry towards the top point, where the left side has 1. Okay, so this is a very big issue, okay? Because if you're the right side, you could just lay mines right here, and infantry for sure will walk into them. Whereas if you're the left side trying to defend this point, you have a choice of putting mines here or here. So whereas if any infantry walking in would have a 100% guarantee of hitting the mines, if the left side were to put mines down, it's only a 50-50 if you were to block the point. Mines aren't really a good example of how it's unbalanced, but just the right side has more options, which lead to unbalance for the left side. So let's see. Third point. The right side has a choke point in the middle where they can camp and watch top and bottom safely, while the left side has a significantly harder to defend choke, and the left side cannot watch mid and bot from the same position, more running distance. Mortars on the right side are easier to defend than the same on the left side. So what I'm talking about is this choke point right here. You could put an MG right here, and it could watch the bottom point for you. And there's a very short running distance to where you can redeploy the MG and watch the midpoint. So very good position right here. Mortars obviously are very dangerous here, and plus can be guarded by your MGs, which makes it also a very popular spot to mortar as the left side. But anyway, going on the left side, you look, their same choke point is over here. So if you were to put an MG here to watch the bottom, you would have to you have a longer distance to run to set up and watch this. I guess you could say you could put it here, but it kind of restricts you, because if you want to move your MG forward, you would have to run around the fence, So that is an issue. Plus this train kind of blocks line of sight for MGs as well, which is a problem as well. So favors right side. So let's see. Third point. The left side has 2 buildings near the middle at full HP, which are very dangerous when the enemy infantry garrison into them. These 2 buildings overwatch the point that is behind them and helps the right side contain the left side, while the right side does not have the mirrored buildings, instead has an alleyway, which is much less dangerous and can be easily defended. So what I'm talking about is these two buildings here. They're very good if the left side is able to garrison them, but they're also very dangerous if the right side can get their infantry in here. Okay, so left side is good in a sense that you can use these buildings to watch the point, but it's also bad if the enemy can garrison into them, because then they can cap this and easily defend that as well, and that would just contain the left side. So if you look at mirrored, right, the mirrored right side, they have this one building here I guess you can garrison into. I'm pretty sure it can't shoot behind them though. Maybe you can shoot around this point, but the window placement is just not very good. And other than that, you have a bunch of destroyed buildings here, which you really shouldn't garrison into, because they'll be destroyed pretty easily. So anyway, in my opinion, favors the right side. because they have this option of just garrisoning into these buildings and pushing forward, while the left side does not really have that option, that return that they can do. I was talking about this alleyway here, but it's very easily defended because medic trucks are usually right here, or ambulance major spawns. Forward bases are usually put here, so yeah, that's what I was talking about. Anyway, let's see, 1, 2, 3, fifth point. At the southern point between the southern VP and left munitions, there is green cover for an MG to be placed that can watch the entire munitions point as well as the choke. So what I'm talking about here is this munitions point. You can put an MG, and it's green cover, as you can see with my cursor, and you can place the MG so that it spans here to here, so you can watch this. You can watch almost the entire munitions point and the entire choke, and it's green cover, so it's very hard to destroy. Now, whereas in the right side is this munitions point, right? They don't have the opposite green cover that they can put an MG in and watch the entire space, so it makes it easier for the right side to contain the left side. Okay, so one MG here covers the entire place. No spot where an MG can cover this entire place and contain. So there's that. So 6th point. Spawns seem to favor the right side. Right side units spawn very close to their top neutral point. The left side move their units down a bit through a choke to get to theirs. So what I'm talking about here is if you were to rally to the top point, the right side's units would spawn right here. And you see they have a very short distance to run until they get to here, their top neutral, and like pretty much when you get about here is where you can start fighting. So it's about like 1 screen's worth of distance, you know. Whereas the left side, if you were to rally to the top point, your units would spawn right here, and I know it's vertical instead of horizontal, but your units would have to run all the way down here and get to about here, or maybe even here, until they can start fighting. And then there's a bunch of cover here that blocks vision, whereas you notice there's no cover here that blocks vision. So it's very hard for the left side to defend their top point, which is why most games I play, the right side can easily attack this, while the left side has like significantly harder time attacking this. So yeah, there's that point. Now, next point, fuel points could use some mirroring as well. The left side's fuel is covered by buildings, but the right side's fuel points are not covered, meaning the right side units can shoot as soon as they can see them, but the left side just must move around some buildings. So what I mean here is, you notice this fuel point is blocked by some buildings here. So if you were to cap it, you could stand right here and be blocked, be safe from attack. Right, so the left side's units must move until they have vision, like must move over here and here. But the left side's fuel point, you notice, is open vision. So all they have to do is move some units down here, and they can just see, like, you know, even here or here, they can just see this point and easily defend it. It's not much of an issue when you think about it, but the right side has like holding the fuel point is significantly less of an issue for the right side than it is for the left side, because this is easily attacked, especially like I don't know, it's just in my experience, in my general opinion, that this is harder to hold than this. So there's that. Next point. Oh, that's it. And this map seems to favor access too, just because storm POs are very good at clearing buildings even without the flamethrower upgrade. So these buildings aren't like these aren't really that effective, you know, at countering, at mirroring what the right side has. It's actually a lot more dangerous if storm POs and like Grens can garrison this rather than conscripts. Or like in the opposite, conscripts and shock troops. Anyway, so that's my complaint with this map. Some fixes I would propose is removing this debris, moving the spawn up, one more point of entry here, removing this choke first of all, removing this choke, maybe move this train down a bit, like down here. There's a bunch of other stuff. Oh, definitely removing this green cover, because you can just contain this munitions point very easily. And pretty much all I've talked about. I don't know. You know what? The best thing you could do to fix this map is just remove it from 3v3 and 4v4. Other than that, you know, I'm always gonna have this map vetoed because it's just a coin flip of who's gonna win. If you get the right side, you have like a 70-30 chance of winning, just because every position favors the right side. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a general visual idea of what I mean, and yeah.